Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Manchester United news live stream to United Talks podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. So today we're going to be giving you everything, all news relating to Manchester United, considering that Man United just secured a routine and an interesting and amazing win against Sunderland, albeit considering where we've been at, heading to this weekend. And usually the usual suspects is obviously the news about Ruben Amorim's job being under threat and all of that. But then we're still also doing kind of like a hit along, as the case may be, where we're watching Chelsea versus Liverpool, and it's 1-1 at the moment, 84 minutes or 85th minute at the moment. Both teams pretty much just honors even, with Liverpool pressing more in the second half. Chelsea getting a goal from a superb strike from Moises Caicedo in the first half, and then basically second goal the good equalizing goal for Liverpool came through Cody Gakpo, basically. So right now it's in the 85th minute, also 84-31. Basically, Liverpool are on the ascendancy, just kind of pressing, but as it is, it's 1-1, and I pretty much want the game to end like this for both teams, because I don't want Liverpool to have any momentum whatsoever when it comes to playing against us in 2 weeks' time. So we're going to have to pretty much, just hope. And then the Liverpool are playing rubbish, basically. Oh, bad ball and the one. Yeah, okay. Yes, never. So Chelsea just had a chance, and the keeper saved it due to a bad pass from Ryan Gravenberch, who has been moved to centre back, surprisingly. So it is what it is. And a loose pass from Cody Gakpo, basically to Robinson, but then Robinson never stops running and wins the ball back, and Sanchez gets to save the game, or save the ball, or win the ball in the box. But it is what it is. Chelsea are, so it's now becoming more of an end-to-end kind of game and all of that. But yeah, it is what it is. So speaking of news with regards to Manchester United, and as the game goes, we'll tell you pretty much what it is. I think Chelsea lost both their centre halves that they started the game with and all of that. Now Liverpool are bringing in Endo, Wataru Endo for McAllister, so defensive midfield for defensive midfield. Now, in other news, Manchester United secured this much needed win, 2-0 victory over Sunderland, and basically at Old Trafford, which took us to our more of a routine win, because Man United needed to win that game. And yeah, we took what was necessary to win the game, and yeah, we showed that it was needed. Basically, that win was needed. And yeah, pretty much one of the things where you just have to just appreciate the fact that we won the game playing our style of play and playing, with confidence and stuff. But then it's Sunderland, right? But the report, like I gave in my match review is, and even preview, is that they've called it, Sunderland are high flying Sunderland, blah 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 blah. It is what it is. So we just have to, so basically right now it's 86 minutes or 87 minutes now. Chelsea won, Liverpool won. Now Man United secured that win, and just to give you a bit of a report, Man United eased the pressure on head coach Ruben Amorim, as his side ran out comfortable winners against newly promoted Sunderland. First half goals from Mason Mount, Benjamin Šeško were met without a reply from the visitors, seeing United climb up to 8th before this game. Let's have a look at where we are in the table. Just give me a second. So on the log, Manchester United are ranked. Let's have a look. Standings. On the log, considering how Chelsea and Liverpool are playing right now, Man United are ranked 8th as it stands. 8th with 7 games, 4 wins, 4 home, 3 away, and 3 wins in total. That's pretty much what it is. We're 8th right now. Goals difference is -2 because we've scored I think we scored 7 and conceded 9 or something. Yeah. But the amazing thing about this is that it ended in a clean sheet for Senne Lammens. And as it ended in that clean sheet, Ruben Amorim had, wow, what a shot from Moises Caicedo. The first goal was a banger, and this second one just kind of went over the bar. The keeper saved it. You know, he was even falling. Yeah, he was falling, and he just dug that ball out, and the keeper touched it. Yeah, so... yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. Basically, we're ranked 8th in the table, and I mean, it's a good place to be considering what we have. This season, we've played 3 home games and won all 3. Yep, 3 home games, 1 or 3. We've played 3 games back-to-back at home and won 3 of them, you know. Played against Chelsea, beat them. Played against Burnley, beat them. Played against Sunderland, beat them. Whether it's newly promoted or bottom half teams or whatever, just play and beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. We're supposed to beat Brentford, we didn't. Oh, that shot from Szoboszlai just missed wide. Yeah, so we're supposed to play teams around us, in and around us, and beat them. And yeah, we didn't. Against Brentford, right? Away. And we have a very horrendous away record. But so far, at home, we're good. Three wins from 3 games, 9 points from home games, and all of that. But away, we've drawn 1. And then losing away, we've drawn 1 and lost. I mean, losing away, we've lost 2 away. Right? Yeah. And yeah. It is what it is. So basically, I think we lost to Man City. Where did we lose to Man City? Old Trafford? I think. Yeah. It is what it is. So basically, Man United, you know, pretty much did what was needed, what was necessary to win the game. And the interesting thing about that game was the fact that Sunderland started in a 4-2-3-1 and then ended up in a 5-3-2 or 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, as the case may be. Basically, because they wanted to defend, and then it kind of stifled the United a little bit, especially towards the end of the first half and for the most part of the second half. But yeah, both goalkeepers made incredible saves. Ooh, Enzo Fernandez just hit the crossbar. No, the post. A fine cross from, I think, from Jimmy Gitton. No, from Estevao. And then he hit the post. Yeah, Chelsea are not going to win this game. And Chelsea are home, 90 plus 7. Oh, so his 91st minute hit the post. Damn, it is what it is. So basically they moved to a 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1, as the case may be, in the second half, when they brought in I think they brought in, just give me 1 second, let me get that substitutes there. They brought in Daniel Ballard. So Daniel Ballard went to the center of defense for them and kind of protected things, you know, as they stood in the game. So pretty much routine for Man United to have just secured that win. And then obviously in the 50th minute, in the 15, and again, another good thing about that win was the fact that it was Ruben Amorim's 50th game in charge of Manchester United, and he was desperate to extend his side's impressive record as they came up against the high-flying. Like I said, the theme for that Sunderland team was high-flying under management Régis Le Bris. They even had to ask Amorim questions with regards to Régis Le Bris, what he had to say about Le Bris. And yeah, he said they have a clear system, they have a clear way of playing. Yeah, and basically, the amazing thing about this was the fact that Mason Mount got his goal, and Mason Mount kind of dug us out because obviously that goal, good control from a cross and an assist from Brian Mbeumo, who the Chelsea are 1-on-1, and yeah, that's it. The game is just going to go this way. Liverpool and Chelsea still 1-1 in the 92nd minute. So yeah, it wasn't long before our dominance broke this usually resilient Sunderland side. I thought that Man United were going to look for an opportunity to, Amorim it's normal for him to think of starting Altabander, and I thought he was going to start Altabander in this one, but he did it. So everybody was excited to see Senne Lammens, and the truth is, he had, I think, 3 high claims in the game. Or 2 high claims in the game, and had 3 saves. Pretty interesting saves. There was the one save 1-on-1, which was Liverpool 1-on-1. He shoots it over the bar, and that is Jones. Yeah. So there was the one save in the game that Senne Lammens had 1-on-1 with the other team, albeit he saved it with his foot. And if it was Andre Onana, like against Grimsby, he would try to go down to your right hand side or left side or whatever, and then he would go under. If it was Altabander, he probably would try to split and he would go between his legs or something. But Senne Lammens, let's give him the credit, he saved it. Whether the player hit the ball well or not, the most important thing is, before, it used to be that other goalkeepers at Man United would definitely just do like they are going to save the ball, and the next thing it goes between their legs or it goes under or something. We've seen that a lot in the last couple of years with Andre Onana. So we can't deny that that is what the case is for Manchester United. But yeah. Now, another interesting save that I saw in the game that led to, almost kind of like what you would call a goal for Bruno Fernandes was the one where he had minimum back lift and hit that ball, like try to place the keeper at the top bins, and eventually Roofs, the Dutch goalkeeper, just tipped it to the post and saved Sunderland. So it would have ended a half with 3 goals. And then the happy thing for me in this game was basically Benjamin Šeško getting his goal and 2 goals in 2 matches consecutively. So which is, Chelsea have scored. Estevao, they beat Liverpool. They're beating Liverpool 2-1. Yeah, they're beating Liverpool 2-1. 2-1, 95 minutes. And Enzo Maresca runs down the touchline to hug with the players. Estevao, tap in, and Liverpool switch off. That's what it is, man. Yeah. Liverpool continue their losing streak again. They lost in Champions League, they lost the previous game, and they're losing this game now. So, yeah. It is what it is. So basically, Sunderland looked a little bit disjointed, and they're kind of like in an unfamiliar first half. So Lebris brought off winger Simon Adingra inside the first half, and to replace him with centre half Dan Bala, to much surprise. And as a result, with the back 5, they look more comfortable in dealing with United's press. And Amorim's side were playing with a swagger and confidence that has seldom been seen throughout most of his tenure, the Theatre of Dreams. So just to give you, Cucurella crossed the ball and Estevao just slides through. Robinson switches off. No wonder Robinson is benched. He's always benched for Liverpool. So, Enzo Maresca gets his win. 2 consecutive wins now. 1 in the Champions League and then 1 in the Premier League. So, 96-41. Game is almost over in the 97th minute so far. So if Liverpool press, then they'll have to think. What is Van Dijk doing? What is Van Dijk doing? What is Van Dijk doing, man? What is Van Dijk doing? Dang it. Why are you being a child, Van Dijk? What is Van Dijk doing? Come on. And then Cucurella as well, drama king. Red card. Ooh, Enzo Maresca has been given a red card. Enzo Maresca has been given a red card, so he'll not be in touchline next game. Wow. Probably said something or did something because he got a yellow card in the first half. So yeah, one consistent theme with this Chelsea side, every game, this is the 4th consecutive game they've gotten red cards. every game red card. Champions League red card. In the Premier League against Man United, they got a red card. The one after that, they got a red card. Defender got a red card. Like now, Enzo Maresca has got a red card as well. Like it's red cards galore this season. In fact, they are the worst team when it comes to cards this season. The worst team. Okay, the game's over. Chelsea have won. Esteval, super sub for Chelsea, which takes Chelsea to 6th with 11 points, just 1 point ahead of Manchester United. So happy days. We play Liverpool, and it's not a good time to play Liverpool. I wanted it to end in a draw so Liverpool feel like they have this thing, but now pressure is on Liverpool, and I hope that the media hounds Liverpool the way they've been hounding United. You know, Liverpool are 2nd after 5 wins and 2 losses. Yeah, it is what it is. Now Manchester United are set to face Liverpool next in the next Premier League game, while Sunderland will host struggling Wolves in Stadium of Light. Yeah, pretty much interesting, you know, to see a good way to end the weekend and all of that. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Thank you so much for liking. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything else related to Matchday. Like the video you see here, subscribe as well. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those joining the live. We're just doing the Man United news live, but just watching kind of like Chelsea losing to Liverpool and winning Liverpool 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. Obviously Chelsea are home, so you expected that it's supposed to win. Then we go to Liverpool to play in the next game for Manchester United. So yeah, pretty straightforward, routine win, hard fought win for Chelsea, because they were rubbish for the most part of the second half. They were absolutely rubbish for the most part of the second half, but they grounded out a win and grinded out a win. Yeah, in other news, let's talk about the key performers in the win. In another video, we're going to do some of the things that we learned from the game, but just to have a conversation about the game so far and what we've done. Key performers, obviously much needed win. Mason Mount scored the opening goal, and his first for Man United this season, with a well taken finish after an 18 pass move. That is the interesting part about this. We had an 18 pass move to get to that goal, which led to, you know, Bumo crossing the ball for Mount to score. Then the second goal, the second key point or key performer in this game was Benjamin Šeško, who was actually my man of the match. Netted the second goal for United, his second in as many games, so 2-2. And long may it continue. Long may it continue for him. And then the next one is Senne Lammens. Made his debut and kept a clean sheet, making key saves and impressing the fans. Most or all of Man United fans were still excited about the Senne Lammens situation, where they saw him make high claims, they saw him make diving saves, like they saw him do the lot. The only issue or challenge I had with Senne Lammens was his passing out from the back. It needs a lot of work, but obviously it's gonna get there. It's not like it's something that has not been existent. It's gonna get there eventually. The victory has eased some of the pressure on Ruben Amorim as well. And it basically, I watched this on one of the American channels, I think, and they were saying something like, oh, is this the last game for him? Surely this is the last game for him. He's going to get the sack. They were just trying to create narratives. And obviously, Ruben Amorim is saying, I don't care about my job. And the truth is, that for someone to tell you they don't care about their job, it's a pretty dangerous situation for them to find themselves. So it's a pretty dangerous situation for them, because the truth is, if you don't care about the job, you would do everything possible, take risks and all that to try to win games and buy yourself time to build a team. Yeah, and then the victory kind of eased the pressure on Ruben Amorim, and we'll see what the media says over. At least it gives us a break over 2 weeks. What the media will say will be key over the 2 weeks period. Also, Amorim had previously admitted that he would be sacked if he couldn't improve the team's result. Well, if we look at the press conference and the notes from press conference and all of the clips, you see that Amorim never really said he would be sacked. He just said, unless it gets to the point where it is impossible, and then we're with our sponsors, with the ownership and all that, but then it's the decision of the board to make that he would not walk away. When asked about if he was going to walk away from United, should things don't turn around for Manchester United. So yeah, pretty much good thing to say. And then he spoke on, I think his words on Senne Lammens were pretty obvious. He said Senne Lammens did a great job in goal. Ruben Amorim says that Man United played like an adult team in Saturday's 2-0 win against Sunderland. He says the Reds, with Senne Lammens making his debut in net, stormed into a 2-goal lead through composed finishes from Mason Mount and Benjamin Šeško. I mean, it might look like Benjamin Šeško's goal was this thing. Benjamin Šeško's goal was like a tap in, but the truth is, many people missed that. I mean, Eberechi missed a tap in today in the win that Arsenal had. He missed a tap in and blazed it over the bar, or tapped it over the bar, as the case may be. Robin Roofs in the Sunderland's goal kept the score down at times, while Lammens produced key saves in each half to enable United to keep their first clean sheet in 25-26, and in Ruben Amorim's 50th game in charge of the club. Now, what Ruben Amorim says is that we were good, not perfect, but we were good. And he said that it's so much better to win games. We were a team that were in an adult team. We didn't play well all the game, but we had our moments. We have defended well, and I think Senne did a great job and gave us confidence. It was a good day. Not a perfect day, but to win like this with a clean sheet is important. And the Reds helped Senne. That was another aspect of the conversation, or Ruben Amorim's post-match quotes, when he says we need to understand that we need everyone to be ready to play. It's a long season. We have a lot of problems. Anything can happen. The important thing is that the teammates helped Lammens a lot to have a good performance, a very good performance. And then he's basically, with 3 wins out of 3 at Old Trafford, every team, especially the big teams, need to win every game at home, but we need to perform the same way at home and away. So we need away wins. The only one loss we had at Old Trafford was the one at Arsenal, when Arsenal came to Old Trafford. So yeah, then Amad was impactful. It's not just the way he attacks, but the way he defends as well. He runs forward a lot, and he's always a threat when he has the ball on 1-against-1. And we are really pleased with him, and we missed him a lot last game. He did really well. So speaking of Amad, the truth is, many people might want to say that Amad Diallo should be played as a 10, but we've seen it this season that he's a good 10, but not a powerful 10. But the truth is, what I noticed in this Sunderland game, when Amad has space to run into, he's a good player. He's involved when he's involved in the game like that. And I think as a right wing back, putting Diallo on the bench, I wish Diallo was on the bench, but putting Diallo on the bench, that meant that Amad had a lot of space and was working really well with Brian Mbumo. ITN saying, yeah, thank you. Big up to you, ITN. Thank you for always supporting. Says, I saw the goalkeeper come in and catch him for us. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah, that's Senne Lammens. So Amorim said he did a good job. At least for once, we didn't have a goalkeeper who would jump out, who would come and punch. This time around, he came and he caught the ball, literally. So pretty impressive stuff from him. And we could always, talk about the good things we found out in the game, which we'll talk about when in the 5 things we learned from the game. This win doesn't really do much. Amorim is still under pressure until he can get some consistency and longevity. Yeah. That is what, and in his press conference he said it, that's what he demands. That's what we're lacking in the team, finding the balance between having a good game and being consistent. So more of consistency and stuff. So the next question was with regards to a new route to goal. He says we need to look at what is working. Sometimes we don't have the opportunities during the game. We had a throw in from Dalo and managed to score a goal through Šeško. It's massive in the Premier League today. We need to pay attention to that. Yeah, like it's the Premier League is moving into a different era. I don't know if most people are catching this, but I am catching it, that the Premier League is moving into a different era where the goalkeepers are not protected, because obviously when there's a free kick or a set piece, the goalkeepers are being held by defenders or impeded by defenders. Case in point, Tottenham against Man United last season. This season, Saliba against Man United as well. Calafiori at some point, I think during Timber as well against other teams. The last game the Arsenal won, same thing. They impeded a goalkeeper and he couldn't. That was Nick Pope, Newcastle. They impeded Nick Pope. He couldn't come out to punch and all of that. Yeah, but yeah. ITN is saying we've been starved of a confident goalkeeper who's not scared to come out and punch and attack the ball. How refreshing that was. Yeah, I think there was this one time where he ran out, and I think it is this former Chelsea player that plays at Sunderland, plays as a right winger. Traore, Bertrand Traore. Bertrand Traore was attacking the ball, and I think Senne Lammens ran off, and him and one of the defenders, Bruno Fernandes had a confusion like at some point, but Lammens kind of ran out the way, and then Bertrand Traore just kind of dived and got a yellow card for that. So yeah, it's a good thing that he's charging out and really blocking angles and all that. We had the scary moment where the player had the one-on-one against us, but he eventually still found a way to save. So it is great to see that Manchester United are doing things, especially with the goalkeeping department and all that. Hope long may it continue for the 23-year-old to actually secure the starting berth, and he's put himself in the front seat for a starting position against Liverpool. So Šeško, basically on Šeško being more than just goals, he said he has the potential to do much more. That is a good thing on Ben. The small details, not just on the goals. Of course, he lives for the goals, and the media puts a lot of pressure on him to score as a striker. But the important thing is that every time we kicked the ball today, he was there every time. And for me, it's the most important thing. We have to build him up because in this club we have to perform. But he's doing really well. He's working really well, and again, he has a lot to improve. Obviously, upcoming fixtures we have. ITN is asking what are the upcoming fixtures. We have Liverpool next in 2 weeks' time, and then after that we have Brighton. Let me just find the next 5 fixtures. But I know we have Liverpool next. After that we have Brighton, and then I think just a quick one there. 1 second. Schedule. So yeah, the next one we have Liverpool at Anfield. We have Brighton at Old Trafford the Saturday after. We have Liverpool at Anfield on Sunday. We have Brighton the Saturday after, and then Saturday, November 1st, we have Nottingham Forest away, and then after that, 7 days later, we have Tottenham Hotspur away on Saturday, and then the next Monday we have Everton. So we have Liverpool, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspur, Everton. These games, what do you guys think? Put in the comment section. How many points do you think we can get from this game? Everton, I think we can get a win there. Tottenham Hotspur, they're the bane of our existence, so potentially would look forward to getting a win there. Nottingham Forest, yeah, we should get a win if they've not sacked Ange Postecoglou by then. Brighton and Hove Albion, they're a bit hot and cold. We should try and get a win there as well. They're a hard one to beat, but then it is what it is. Then Liverpool, now that they're down, is the best time to kick them. So we'll see how things pan out with that one. ITN is saying, Šeško, I'm happy for you. He links well. He's physically imposing, and to score goals scored back to back will feel his confidence. Yep, especially getting that first goal against Brentford. So it is what it is. Then Etienne saying it's looking worrying as Scousers lost today. They'll bounce back, and I feel 7 points is. I feel 7 points if we can pick up. Yeah. So basically, we've had a hard one at Anfield, which I will not deny. We've had we struggled at Anfield, but at this point, anything can happen, and we seem to be doing well against big teams, barring Arsenal and Man City. So Liverpool are down. This is the best time to attack them. Florian Wirtz is flopping. Right, so this is the best time to play them. Konate is also having is still struggling in defense. If we can take advantage of that, what's his name? This guy, Liverpool defender. Give me 1 sec. Van Dijk, yeah, Van Dijk is also okay, but not completely okay, because obviously the goal that Caicedo scored, if it was De Ligt, he would have jumped out and tried to block that shot. But then obviously Van Dijk was doing his, I don't know, this style of defense that is trying to delay, thinking the guy was going to dribble, not knowing it's Caicedo, and Caicedo can blast from outside. That's the problem. If he had defended that ball, Caicedo wouldn't have had any opportunity to shoot that, but it is what it is. So hopefully we can take advantage of them. If we get a draw against Liverpool, I'll be fine with it. We seem to do well against the big teams, so I'll be fine with it. We've played against 3 big teams. We played against Arsenal. That's when I mean big teams, like the top 4 teams. We played against Arsenal. We've played against Man City. We've played against Chelsea. We've beaten Chelsea. We've lost to both Arsenal and Man City. Doesn't mean we can't do well. We should be able to do well. Then obviously, I compared to Liverpool, I think Man City and Man City would, are a much better team. To be fair, I watched Liverpool today, and the attack was just a bit off usual. Yep, I feel like that someone is gonna get a smacking from them. Yeah. Florian Wirtz is flopping really badly, and then Conor Bradley, their right back, fouling anyhow. So that would be a good one for, and I hope they don't start. I hope they don't start Cunha in that one. Cunha should come from the bench. I would prefer Mason Mount, with his pressing and stuff. I mean, he seems to have had a good one against Liverpool all the time. So Mason Mount in that one. The lineup that we started with today would be okay, and all that. Yeah. Maybe a few tweaks here and there, but I think I like that, except for Dalot. Yeah, take Dalot out of the lineup. Yeah. And just like you said, ITN, I pretty much watched Liverpool. I watched Liverpool today, and I was not impressed by what they had to offer or how they played or anything. Like, there was nothing very impressive about them. But I mean, you have to just basically take it with what you have, what you see, and deal with it, and take the opportunities when they come. Apart from that, that's pretty much what it is. I was super impressed by the game, by the way the game panned out with even Senne Lammens. And then furthermore, on Ruben Amorim and what he had to say, to Anfield, he said we have to forget that game. Of course, it's really important to win games, and we have a better feeling, but we need to forget this game and go for the next one. So tomorrow we just forget and about everything. We need to win the next one. So more like, don't just kind of celebrate that, oh yeah, you've won Sunderland and that's it. No, you have to move on to the next one and get ready for it. Get your mind in check and get ready, for us to kind of grind out the next win against Liverpool. So, which is pretty much important. Another thing we're going to take from this is pretty much with regards to Amorim's position. Okay, no. In other news, there was a mini silence held before the match to pay tribute to victims of the attack on the Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue, with players wearing black armbands and to kind of like have a mini silence for those that lost their lives and stuff. I think 2 people lost their lives in that attack. So that aside, other things. The Manchester United have finalized the deal to sign 17-year-old Colombian midfielder Cristian Orozco from Fortaleza, which we already know from that one. That comes next season. That comes next season. A report suggests that Saudi clubs are interested in signing Bruno Fernandes. A bit off point, but Dogu on the left is not attacking enough in his personal skills, and the right is Ahmad, who I feel is not the best for him, but it's not good chemistry. Okay, let's talk about Dogu. Yes, Dogu has struggled this season. Maybe barring the first 2 games or 3 games, as the case may be. I think the game against Arsenal, he did really well. The game against Fulham, he did well. But Grimsby Town struggled. Then Man City, I think, struggled. And then since then, it's just been like that. And there was the one time when he had the chance to either zip the ball across the box, and then he kind of lazily crossed the ball, and I'm like, what is going on? Maybe with that strap I see on his left calf, then he's probably kind of struggling with something like a niggling injury or something, a calf injury or something. But yeah, Dogu and Dalo didn't just do it today. Maybe Dogu because he just came in, but Dalo, yeah. For Ahmad, I would say for right wing back, he's okay there. He's fine there, right wing back. Like there's no cause for alarm. Why I say so is because he's very good at pressing. That's number one. And he's very good when he has enough space to run into. But at number 10, it seems like he's clogged up in the middle. So, not really. ITN is saying I feel Dogu is a left back, and that's it. We are forcing him to play higher, but I don't see much. I think Dogu is just out of form. That's what I would tag this as. He's just not in form per se. If we're going to say with regards to him being a left back or not, I think he's just out of form. I would have said basically that he's bad. But I did a player review or player profile on him and did an in-depth research on him. He still hasn't done those things that we expect him to do, especially why we signed him and stuff. He still hasn't done those things that we expect him to do, and all of that. It's crazy, but it is what it is, and we expect Dogu to do more. Without him, it feels like we are short of one player, and not to heap pressure on him. He's just 20. He has a lot to offer the team, but we just have to give him some. We have to give him cut him some slack. He will improve eventually. Then other things with regards to Ahmad, he says Ahmad can play in most position as his football IQ and his tech is superior. Okay, so his football IQ, his technicality or technique is superior. Yeah, which is good. There are days when Ahmad has off days, and there are days when Ahmad has amazing days. Days like today, he has amazing games. So other Grimsby Town, he had an off day a little bit, but then it is what it is. Yeah. But Ahmad, like I said, can play multiple positions. Ruben Amorim wants his 2 number 10s to be powerful, aggressive, and to have this kind of like the same rhythm. Ahmad is not powerful, but he can be aggressive and can press. And one thing I like about Ahmad's way of playing is the fact that he can actually nick the ball from defenders. That I love that about him. He nicks the ball pretty quickly from defenders. So pretty much impressed by Ahmad and his performance today. I mean, we can't take it away from him. Also, with Bruno Fernandes and transfer rumors, I know most people want to hear this one. Speculation continues to circulate regarding the future of Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes, with reports suggesting that there's an interest from Saudi clubs Al Nassr and MLS teams. While Fernandes reportedly wants to stay at United for the duration of the 25-26 season to focus on Portugal's World Cup ambitions as well. His contract situation expiring in 2027 with a 12-month option could open the door for a move in 2026, which I would not be opposed to. Basically, he served the club well. I just hope and pray that Manchester United win a trophy this season for it to be kind of like a send-off or send-forth for Bruno Fernandes. Yahoo Sports mentions that his role has shifted deeper this season. Yeah, it is what it is. And that he has already rejected Sinka offer from Al Hilal, obviously, in the summer. So we all know this one. Yahoo Sports also reported in September 2025 that he had turned down a massive proposal from the Middle East in the summer. So that is pretty much all about, you know, Bruno's transfer news. Most people want to hear this one. Most people want to talk about things like this because everybody wants to see the back of Bruno Fernandes at the club. But yeah, overall the team performed really well. I did the player readings in a video where I did the match review, so just go watch that and let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section and all that. Yeah, pretty much straightforward win for Manchester United. I mean, we can't overstate that. And then obviously ESPN is stating that, you know, they're happy that Senne Lammens got his clean sheet, and that would be Man United's clean sheet of the season. And obviously the Belgian has really done well to win. Speaking of Senne Lammens, before yeah, we'll talk about that one. Yeah, just give me a sec. So Senne Lammens, in this game, one thing I'm going to say about what I liked about him is the fact that you could hear that he was constantly communicating, constantly yelling and screaming at these guys and trying to organize the back line. I see that wonderful trait in him. He seems very energetic and all of that, you know, talking to his defenders and all of that. Now, one thing I think that would help Manchester United is if we have a stable back. I'm going to call this a stable back six. Yes, a stable back six. The goalkeeper, the back three stable, and then the two defensive midfielders or two holding midfielders or two number sixes stable, right? Pretty much straightforward. If we have that, then that would be interesting, because Senne Lammens being there would be able to claim, will be able to have confidence to be a good goalkeeper. If we look at Starman David saying Senne Lammens Manchester United debut numbers, I've given the numbers already in the match review, but let's talk about what Starman Dave had to say. 52 touches in the ball. Yes, he had so many touches. He was an outlet. He was when we pass back and stuff. And then he had 11 ball recoveries. He had 3 saves, obviously. One with his leg and one with a diving save, and the other one was, I think he saved the shot or something. And then the other one was a claim. The other 2 were high claims. So 3 saves, 2 high claims, and 1 sweeper action where he came out to kind of sweep the ball and all of that, which is good and ideal for his debut. Yeah, pretty much. And then he did really well. His ratings were very high. On Fourth Mob, he was rated at 8.6, and I think fans voted him as the best player. But for me, I think my best player in that team was Benjamin Šeško, basically doing what Šeško does, doing the right thing. Yeah, Man United fans are crazy online. They were like, Senne Lammens coming out to claim a set piece. Someone hold me, I'm gonna cry. I'm not used to this. And I guess ITN also shares the same expression, because I mean, if you look at me, you can see that I'm kind of excited about, you know, this goalkeeper situation. Not trying to blow it out of proportion, but it feels like, you know, Senne Lammens. Yeah, someone says watching Senne Lammens play after months of watching Onana. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see. But Man United, yeah, we've done well trying to win this game. Puts us in the right position to play Liverpool. So it is what it is. Still on injury updates, Lisandro Martinez still recovering from his ACL injury sustained last season, so there's no known time frame, but I think after the international break he's going to be back. There's a Mazraoui out with a knock, but expected to return after the international break as well, potentially in time for the match against Liverpool on the 19th. So yeah, ITN, please put in comment, what do you think about Nusa Mazraoui replacing one of the wing backs, maybe on the left wing back position for Dogu and Dalo? Let me know if that's in the comment section as well. If you're seeing this, please let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Don't forget to like as well. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. Furthermore, ITN is asking a question. It says also someone needs to have a little positive critique of Casemiro. Needless bookings he keeps getting. Yeah. Now let's talk about Casemiro, because I did my player ratings for Casemiro in that game, and he got really high ratings for me. But we'll just talk about his numbers a little bit. I did the numbers already there, but we'll talk about his numbers and I'll tell you what I feel about Casemiro, and then we can now take it to the next level by talking about all the other things that he did in the game that really impressed me, apart from the yellow card. So he played 85 minutes in the game. Total shots, 1, which was the one he blazed over the bar. I won't blame him for that because he was unsettled, but then that was his first attempt. He played 47 of 57 passes, of 58 passes, which is 81%. And then he had 12 defensive contributions, 67 touches, and then 1 touch in the opposition box, 1 successful dribbles, which is 100%, 6 passes into the final third, 2 tackles, 1 block, 2 clearances, and 1 headed clearance for Casemiro. 7 recoveries, and then was dribbled past once. But ground duels, he won 60% of his ground duels, 3 of 5. Aerial duels won, he won 100%, which was 2 of 2. And he committed 1 foul, and that's the 1 foul that gave him the yellow card. And guess what? In the game, in the whole of Manchester United's team, he was the only one that got a yellow card. And it was a needless tackle, right? But he seems to be racking up a lot of yellow cards every time, especially in that area of the box where he made the tackle, in the area of the field where he made the tackle. He did that against Chelsea, against Enzo Fernandez. He now did it against this other guy that plays in defensive midfield. What's his name? Sadiki, right? That tackle, that dirty tackle. So we need Casemiro in this team, because it showed today that we actually needed him. We need him in this team. We need him to continue to constantly deliver. We need him to continue to constantly be that steady player that would actually kind of make things happen, for Manchester United. ITN is saying Mazraoui is more competent than Dalot for sure, especially in big games like Liverpool. Yep. And I foresee him being played as the left wing back. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we need to talk about Casemiro, and it seems like someone needs to tell him not to get yellow cards. Someone needs to tell him not to get yellow cards, because with all the yellow cards he's racking up, in the next couple of games when we need him, he will not get a yellow card. Liverpool game is for sure something's going to happen, because it's going to get really heated, right? So we need to have a conversation about Casemiro and how he approaches games particularly. But it is what it is. Yeah, we just have to very important. Casemiro stays on his feet and not get needless yellow cards in weird areas of the field, maybe trying to break up play and stuff, but don't get needless yellow cards. It's not important. Basically, it is not important. What is actually important is the fact that you have to try and grind out wins. You have to try and get the necessary wins that we need to be able to climb up the table. But so far, so good. We have some wins under our belt, and we can actually take something from it and build momentum when it comes to all things as it relates to Man United winning games. So pretty much straightforward. One of those things that we need to talk about every time, every season and stuff. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Manchester United have done a good job. Senne Lammens has done a good job keeping a clean sheet, and I hope that this continues and he continues to stake his claim, with consistent performances and all of that. I mean, he needs to stake his claim with consistent performances and all of that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. We've just won Sunderland, and Ruben Amorim's job is safe at least, but he needs to actually continue to be not just trying to grind out wins, but also trying to take a claim on his job and all of that. So it is what it is, but let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Yeah, we head into this international break with a positive mindset and with an ability to actually try to make things happen at Manchester United. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. To build towards the international break, we're going to be doing more of these conversations as Man United news breaks and as we continue to kind of like have these kinds of discussions about our team and what we can do to win games and remain consistent. If we take a look, like I said, like we did earlier, at the table for Manchester United, just a quick one. Yeah, just a quick one. We're going to take a look at the table. Man United are sitting 8th. Let me just, yeah, Man United are sitting 8th after 7 games, and basically, yeah, we're sitting 8th after 7 games on the table. Yeah, Chelsea just won, and they have 11 points. Man United are 1 point behind Chelsea, Man City, Sunderland, and 2 points behind Crystal Palace, and 4 points behind Bournemouth, 4 points behind Tottenham, 5 points behind Liverpool, 6 points behind Arsenal. So we need to continue this momentum and all of that. Yeah, ITN is saying that is what we need. Availability, his availability, not being out for yellows, racking up needless ones. Yeah, if he gets 5 yellow cards, he gets suspended for 1 game. That's bad. And he now happens to fall on an important game. That will not be good at all. Then small positives, top 4 is not many points at this stage. 6 points basically from 1st and 2 points from 4th. 4 points from 4th, 2 points from 5th. As bad as we've been, as bad as the media has painted us, basically, and as bad as we've been as well too in games, especially against Man City and against Brentford. If we had won the Brentford game or drawn it, it won't be as bad. Yeah, Liverpool have lost the last out of 7. I think they've lost their last 2 games. Crystal Palace, they lost to Crystal Palace, and now they've lost to Chelsea. So, yeah, I hope that they get pelters as well from the media. But you know, ESPN is Liverpool, full of Liverpool fans. So we can always hope and believe that Man United would at least will get the media and the press will get off our backs. Yeah. Yeah, we can always take positives from it. Yeah, thank you so much, ITN, for joining us on this live. In other games, I think Arsenal beat West Ham 2-0. Leeds lost at home and lost their unbeaten run to Tottenham Hotspur. So it is what it is. So we have to move on. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'll see you on the next one. We have to end now. And so we can actually go and follow the Real Madrid game, I think. Yeah. Let me know your feelings in the comment section. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye. And God bless.